You accept the noble's trials, though trials is too fine of a word for something intended only to break you. Let's go to the trial. Ooh, reputation as well. Outside the walls of Septimont lies a wasteland plagued by the dark tide, your homeland. It's no different from your homeland. It's not different from what you remember. I forgot to read it. They say a ferocious lion beast corrupted by the dark tide prowls deep within a cave. No common blade can cut through its skin. Your first trial is to slay that beast. The noble, however, decides to strip you of all your equipment but a dull sword. A dull sword is more than enough. The mountain trail winds like a serpent among the charred tree stumps. Lord, this is a lot of reading for me. The mountain trail winds like a serpent. Among the charred tree stumps, dozens of bleached skeletons lie scattered. You suspect you're getting close as you continue forward against the unpleasant smell. When the first rays of sunlight split the clouds, the cave reveals itself, breathing death. Before you get a clear picture of the cave, a crushing force presses down on you. Try to break free. Shh! Get down. You're trying to get yourself killed? Hold your breath or you'll alert it. Do as he says. You turn around and see a hunter. Just then, a massive beast roars and walks past where you are hiding. After the lion beast has left, you apologize to the hunter. It was thanks to him the beast did not notice you. Going by those clothes, you're a Septimont gladiator, eh? I used to just be like you. Lost a big match, got tossed out by the nobles, and ended up like this. We're nothing but their playthings. The skills honed for battles are now merely tools for survival. Septimont has abandoned the strength it desperately needs. You pity such a reality. Ask the hunter about the lion beast. Only a madman would go after that lion. I know what I'm doing. His words are rough, but he eventually tells you everything he knows. You bid the hunter farewell and make preparations for the hunt. To gain more knowledge of your prey, you choose to silently observe the lion beast in the following days. After a few days, you've managed to grasp an overall behavior pattern of the lion beast. Thus, you march towards the deep cave. Enter the cave. Deep within the cave's dark embrace, you tread softly. Then, a sudden dread freezes your steps. Between the flickering torch flames, a monstrous shape appears, the lion beast. Fire from the nether dances amid its golden mane, while claws like scythes tear wounds in the earth. Draw your maintains distance from the sword. Draw your sword and strike the lion beast. Let's go! As you expected, your sword fails you, and it's ineffective against the lion. Before you can take a breath, the lion's thunderous roar storms you again. You decide to dodge its attack and search for a weak point. Quickly analyze the cave's environment. Quickly analyze the cave's environment. Just before the lion beast pounces you, you slash with all your strength at the stalactite above. It crashes down into the lion's gaping jaws. Oh, nice. It's not over yet. Yes. You land on its neck. It lunges to seize you, but your swift dodges forces its claws into a deadly knot around its throat. Seeing your chance, you give a final pull, and the beast strangles itself in a frantic struggle. Guessing using the environment is the one way to do it. Finally. The trial has ended, and you drag your exhausted body towards the stream. Clear water cascades down into the mountain valley, and the dense forest slumbers quietly in nature's cradle. You rinse your blood-stained hands in the water. The clear stream slowly turns red. The birds scatter and the fish vanish. You sense the forest's unease at your presence. Are they afraid of me? The critter's panic plunges you into a reflection. For the first time, you realize that power can instill fear. You're still somewhat shaken. With no time to rest, you approach the nobleman again. He imposes the second trial upon you. And fully well, the next one won't be easy. What is it this time? Killing a mad beast is hardly an achievement. I'm sure you're aware, girl, that all the warriors of Septimon have 2 lives. Kato seems to mention this before. One by their parents, and the other by their sword. You may consider the sword in a gladiator's hands as their life in the arena. For your second trial, bring me 100 lives. Yes, prove to me you are worthy of standing in the arena. We'll calmly accept. To get the admission pass for the Aegon, you start the second trial. Day after day, you fight gladiators of Septimon. As your reputation grows, so do the spectators. They don't care who you are, but only want to see you when you fall. Look, it's that girl again. Didn't think she would get as many wins as she did. Just look at the size of her. How will she even carry those swords? Focus on the opponent before you. You have grown used to this kind of noise. The deafening cheers numb your fatigue. Your sword now rests against your opponent's throat. Spare the opponent and wait for the next challenger. Suppress your desire to kill. One by one, the gladiators you've challenged grow in numbers. Those you defeated kneel before you, offering their swords, symbolizing their honor with both hands. Steadily plant opponent's sword into the ground. Rise the opponent's sword. Oh. Rise the opponent's sword? Even in Septimon, there's a limit to opponents that prove a challenge to you. Eventually, you will need to seek out tougher challengers. You have targeted Victor, a frequent champion of the Aegon from one of the noble houses. Do you have any idea who Victor's father is? His lordship is the largest sponsor of the Aegon. Power, wealth, those aren't things brute strength can rival. Victor has the best mentor, the finest weapons. Indeed. The house behind Victor comes to you with an offer, a perfect job and a substantial fortune, if you walk away from the duel. What? Rip the contract. You retract the bribe without a second thought. Humiliated, the noble servant spit curses in your face. Say nothing. Avoid any altercations. You ignorant country peasant. Do you know what it means to refuse a noble? Then you shall suffer for your arrogance. When the time comes, don't expect any pity, as you won't be getting any. I, the scion, beside the servant. Ignore the servant. I, the scion. The scion silences the rambling servant and tears up the contract. Let's go. There's no point in talking sense into an arrogant fool. Then again, I'd appreciate it if you don't waste too much of my time in the arena. They throw a bag of credits as a way to humiliate you. following up with sarcasm and mocking gestures. They attempt to overwhelm you with their pride. You feel nothing. The day arrives. Victor accepts your challenge with his honor of nobility as the stake. You remember well that haughty look he wore but a few days prior. But the nobles wield only words, not swords. Victor knows nothing about swordsmanship. You easily defeat the weak, incompetent scion and casually lift his pretty helmet with the tip of your sword. Stare at the watching nobles with contempt. Approach the noble. Wow, what do I want to do? Stare at the watching nobles with contempt. I have won, and I achieved it without wasting your time. Do you see? Your gilded lies shatter before real strength. Toss the helmet back to Victor. The crowd erupts in cheers and applause. The nobles, unable to deny your triumph, lowers their heads. You return to your lodging to count your trophies. 99 swords. Sorry, let me do that again. You return to your lodging to count your trophies. 99 swords, 99 opponents defeated. Now, only one life is left to claim. Most gladiators have long feared your reputation and dare not challenge you, except one. Adriel, a rising star of the underground arena. Unlike you, he was born with powerful forte. He is undoubtedly the king of the arena. A sword tempered by countless battles is no less sharp. Talents no longer matter to me. Ooh. A sword tempered by countless battles is no less sharp. Amidst the endless chanting of the name how did I say it? Aridel? Oh my lord! Aridel. We'll go with Aridel, sorry. You arrived as promised. As always, spectators crowd the arena, even the old school noble is present this time. Ooh. Even the old school noble is present this time. Your opponent's towering physique dwarfs you, and his crushing presence brings your mind to fearsome lion beasts. Oh. After several exchanges, you notice something unusual. The floor is too slippery to gain a foothold, and Aridel's armor is unusually heavy. You are all too familiar with the noble's despicable tricks. Keep calm. You then shift your pace, luring Aridel, we're going with that, into the very trap meant for you. After a few more rounds, his steps grow loose, his reaction sluggish. Seize the opportunity. Your sword stops just before the neck of the Septimon's strongest gladiator. The entire arena falls silent, and almost immediately, the crowd erupts into an applause. Stab! 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 Y'all are crazy! What? Kill! 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 Right here! Aridel closes his eyes and accepts his fate. Let's leave it there. Victory is already mine. Let's leave it there. In front of everyone's watchful eye, you only take Aridel's sword. You then bow towards the audience before turning to leave. You feel the people's gaze. You feel a sense of relief. Spectators are silent. Live! 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 Leave the cheers behind you. Look back at the crowd and wave. Oh gosh. Live, live, live. Ah! Y'all are bipolar. We'll go leave the cheers behind you, sorry. The next day, you arrive before the old school nobles with 100 lives. Eridel is merely made of septimonian flesh. Above him stands a far greater force. I'm ready for the third trial. Your third trial is to earn the blessing of Arenosa, the Lioness of Glory. You never planned to let me pass the trial? This is an impossible feat. He never planned to let me pass the trial. I know Arsenosa. It has never tasted defeat. People say it's a peak. It's a peak no human can ever reach. The last wall of Septimont. But I accept. In this insurmountable challenge that stirs the thirst for victory in your blood, you accept the third trial to confront the guardian of Septimont, Arsenosa. The impossible trial. Complete. Woo. On the eve of the trial, you return to the training grounds once more. What? Once again. While you wait for Kato, you find yourself We're restarting that, sorry. On the eve of the trial, you return to the training grounds once again. While you wait for Kato, you find yourself standing before the familiar wooden post. It has been your most enduring companion in your pursuit of true strength. Hug it gently. Well, not particularly an easy path, is it? Tell me, what did you learn from this path? Strength can be destructive. Strength brings conquest, such as humanity's oldest rule. Augusta, I'll be there for you your last trial, and I will call your name for all to hear. Oh my lord. I will not stop here. Back in your room, you stare blankly at your stacked collection of swords. These trophies symbolize strength and conquest, but how will you show them to the world? Once you heard the tale of a legendary gladiator, a warrior who would always fuse their opponent's sword with their own after victory. Now, you decide to tread the same path and stand before the smithy. Step outside the blacksmith's forge and gaze at the flying sparks. And the blacksmith's forge are gonna gaze at the flying sparks. You wish to demonstrate your strength, yet now you seek to do this power with naught of your own. Watching the blacksmith's hammer rise and fall, a seemingly impractical idea emerges. Okay. In the end, you use your forte to fuse all the swords into one. Feel the power. Your forte never stands out among resonators, but its seemingly insignificant power is enough to be stronger than the forge fire and hammer swings. Blade of Glory. In a display of her extraordinary strength and hard-earned honor, Augusta used her forte to forge the challenger's sword into a great sword. The third day of the trial... The day of the final trial has finally arrived. Where I got those words, I will never know. You walk to the arena's center with your newly forged sword. The bronze horns blare from atop the 12 stone pillars. All eyes are on you. Everyone is eager to witness how a human will rival the strength of Arsenosa. Survey your surroundings. Suddenly, a rumbling roar cuts through the noise of the crowd. The noble banners flutter and fail. Flutter and fall. A colossal shadow swallows the sunlight around you. Arsenosa appears. There is some slight ring in your ear. Arsenosa's monstrous size. Arsenosa's mountainous size catches your eye. It's awake! A noble shrieked. Arsenosa stands silently opposite you. Slowly, its eyes open, coldly watching you. Focus and stay alert. With a sudden sweep of her tail, the lioness shatters the stone pillar. You roll aside, barely dodging the flying debris. A chill sweeps through the tear in the cloth of your left shoulder. take the initiative. The screams from the stands are soon drowned by the lioness's roar. A wave of sound and dust rips past your ears. You can taste blood on your lips and tongue. Oh shit. We'll quickly patch ourselves up. Oh no! Our second attack comes without warning. You barely have time to react before your sword rises to meet her descending paws. Recall your encounters from last battle. You manage to withstand Arsenos' fierce attack, and at that moment it withdraws. Seize the opportunity to thrust your blade into the ancient crack in its right foreleg. Golden blood spills the arena. Steady your breath. Arsenosa ceases her attack, her mane brushing against your blood-stained face before she lowers her head. The arena shakes with applause. You hear the crowd chant your name in honor. I have gained the lioness's blessing. The voices, they are... Listen to the waves of cheers. O wise and noble Arsenosa, the mighty guardian of Septimon, bestow upon her the crown of courage and strength. Walk up the steps after Arsenosa. When the cries of triumph resonate with the earth, we see the fire of humanity blaze across Septimon. Wave after wave of applause, the Septimonians salute me as I advance. O sun and moon, witness this extraordinary feat. Witness her epic dedication to Septimont. Take another step forward. As the platform rises, you realize that by earning Arsenosa's blessing, you have been granted a privilege. They are all bowing to me. You are crowned the champion without the great Aegon. Nevertheless, you have already conquered countless gladiators with your strength. Under everyone's gaze, glory now bows at your feet. Rise your sword. Ah, look at that! Yes. At last you stand atop of the summit, the champion, only now with battle fire cooled in your veins, do your wounds raise their voices in protest. You have shattered the decaying order with strength, and through strength you shall reshape new rules. You shall wield gladiators' valor on the righteous path. You shall allow no more fragile lives to tremble before death. You shall ensure that your homeland's tragedy will forever be undone. Yet, should these new rules, forged by might, lose their foundation, will they not fall? A cold whisper of unease coils in your chest. Well then, no time for pointless pondering now. From this day forward, your sword, your honor, your 2 lives shall serve Septimont. At the summit of Septimont, the spectators cheer you on, and the story concludes with a happy ending. Hallelujah!
Merely the rough shape of a short epic. This is all I can offer about the F4. Now, as a listener, what do you make of my narration?
I enjoyed it. Really enjoyed it.
I appreciate your kind words, my generous listener. I am only a humble wordsmith, spinning verses and rhymes. The essence of poetry is granted by those who dare defy their fate. But there is one thing I must confess. Through my words, your knowledge of the F4 is partial, at best. Poetry can only offer a glimpse of the true story, the reality of people, events, and things slips beyond the grasp of words. I do not belong in the pages of the epic, so I remain confined to the observer's gaze. I can imagine events and emotions unfold, but I cannot truly recreate them. Here's some advice for you, though I hesitate to call it such. If you want the truth of a story, step into it. Become part of it. The opportunity stands before you now. As I've said, the tale between you and Augusta, the hero of Septimont, is only now turning its next page.
You seem to know exactly what I'm about to do.
It's not difficult to see. Fate flows like the stars, tracing their course. Your destination is written in the steps you take. The rain is passing. I hear it ceasing its symphony upon the earth. It is time for farewells. Before I leave, may I ask you one last question? What is it that has lifted Augusta to the seat of power? What is it that makes a ruler?
Well, I'd say strength. Let's be real. There's no way Augusta could have passed those trials without strength. Rover, what do you think?
It was her unyielding resolve. It was born from the hardship of the past. It was her unyielding resolve.
You needn't rush to answer now. Keep it in mind as you continue your journey. When the final chapter is written, the answer will reveal itself. Farewell, my friend. Our paths crossed by fate and by chance. Soon, after this brief encounter, everything about me will be gone with the wind. But you, your epic continues.
Is it who I think it is? I see paper. Is it him? Is it Cristoforo? I don't know why. That's what I'm having a feeling of. In disguise, maybe. The previous day.
Your Excellency, you have indulged her too much. As the priestess, you know is far too unruly in both action and word. It's a disgrace to her title.
Indeed. She entered the palace unannounced, uninvited, and with no decorum. A blatant affront to the authority of the palace.
Same as always. Senators, all she crossed was a doorway. One too insignificant to carry the weight of our authority, or defend anyone's fragile pride. Let us not forget, it is not the walls of Capitolini Hill that command fear. It is my will, my sword, and our relentless conquest. I know your fear. You fear a priestess's voice drowning yours, and a rebel challenging the Senate's rules. But listen well. Power does not bow to sycophants, cowering behind their traditions. If you seek power, then step from the shadows. Face me, and prove yourself worthy.
Took you long enough, Augusta.
Handling the senators takes time. You know that. Well, to keep our esteemed priestess from waiting, maybe next time I'll just leave them to their own devices. I'll make sure they record every detail of your feat and relay it word for word to Grandmother Lilibet. Priestess Iuno, unruly behavior, left Tetragon Temple without permission and trespassed into the Ephor's palace. I wonder, who will lose it first? Lilibet or you?
Let those old foxes report me all they want. If they step into the tetragon left foot first, I'll shoot the left. Right foot first, I'll shoot the right.
Hey, I'm with you on that one. The Senate should be reminded now and then that the Tetragon's kindness is not a reason to take Priestess Yuno lightly. Why didn't you wait there? I had everything handled. We depart for the hunting ground tonight. If anything changed, you could have reached me by my terminal. You didn't need to come all the way here. I want you free of duty until that day arrives.
You're overthinking it, Augusta. I'm here to see that person. Grandmother Lilibet said his fate is one of unknowable void. Sounds intriguing enough to make time for.
So that's it? Too bad. The ship from Laguna won't dock until tomorrow morning, and we'll be gone by then.
Ugh, what a hassle.
Patience, you know. The warrior has accepted the invitation. So, you'll have plenty of time to meet during the hunt. Is there something else you want to say?
I read Grandma Lilibet's book of prophecies. The hunt and our plan, neither end well. Are you sure we should go through with this?
Risk does not trouble me. Peril simply requires greater strength. But really, when did you start caring about the temple's traditions?
O ye faithless of Septimont, the divinity is enraged. Should your ruler defy their will again, doom shall be your fate. Lately, I've been hearing murmurs from the nobles again, about the ancient prophecy from Laguna.
I will admit, those words once carried weight. But when our ancestors crossed the waters and climbed these hills, Raguna's divinity didn't get a seat on the ship. And the priestesses all said the prophecy was incomplete. Only the hero of heroes, wielding extraordinary power, risen from the dark tides, shall bring eternity to Septimont. Then shall the waters quiet, the tempest still, and glory return with the blood of the old king. Do not forget, this is the other half of the prophecy. Fabius, Attilius, Valeria, one after another, these heroes have saved Septimont from the brink of ruin. As long as a hero stands, no disaster can break this eternal city.
What if this time is different? What if ruin is our fate?
Then I will sever that fate with my blade.
What's so amusing?
So, the fearless priestess Iuno can be frightened after all. But it's fine. If you're afraid, don't push yourself. I can handle this alone. Most revered priestess, wait for me in the temple. I shall return victorious.
Frightened. Me? If anything, it's you, trying to shut me out and face it alone. Fine. Go ahead. You'll come back to me sooner or later.
That I can't deny.
I knew it. So you do need me for this hunt.
Thank you. You know.
Why are you saying this?
The storm is coming. Come, you know my friend. The best way to greet a storm is to walk straight into it.
Oh, I am so excited and ready for 2.6. Oh, I'm so ready. That just made me more hyped for it. Well, I hope you enjoyed that little overture that you got to get before the patch dropped. So, yeah. And also, apologies for just a lot of WuWa shit lately, just because I finished the Protoss campaign with StarCraft and taking a little bit of a break. But yeah, so you're gonna get a little extra WuWa this week. Yeah, until next time. We will see you later.